Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, there's still some Destiny footage in the background for you guys, so you can at least just kind of zone out and just hear me talk. But this is going to be the question and answer part that I have planned for myself, and just a little bit of questions that I feel would kind of clarify on what I plan on doing. Because the other one was just kind of engaging conversation, whereas this one's going to be more of just focused on me. As narcissistic as I sound, I try not to be because I absolutely hate that. But it's just going to be what what questions I could think of, hopefully to better answer some things that you guys might want to know if you guys are ever on this channel. I mean, there's thousands of channels out there that I prefer over mine. I mean, I'm just doing this for fun. If you guys want dedicated ones, I'm pretty sure there's way better ones. I don't have my subscriptions, visible, but I mean, I know you guys can find better ones. Anywho, one of the questions I wrote down was what to look forward to. Only thing I can say to look forward to is I'm gonna now start doing more online. I have a handful of online games that I feel comfortable playing, and I'm gonna try and do that with friends, so that way it's at least more engaging, as opposed to me just yelling at a screen and no one reacting back, or it'll be like a chat feed, or not chat feed, but you're actually gonna hear everybody else in the lobby and there's gonna be little kids that are screaming or adults who get really pissed off, and I don't know how I feel about that yet, but we'll figure that out. uh, One of the other questions I have right here is why watch me. Why watch me? I honestly don't know. I just figured it'd be an interesting question to myself, because it's like, why would I want people to watch me? And I mean, most people, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, this should be a standard, but most people will be like, why did I do YouTube? Oh, because I want to make people laugh and bring joy and happiness and just make sure everyone has a good time. Yes, that's what I want too, but that should be a standard. You have to do something more. So I mean, everyone has that answer. No offense, again, that is a perfectly good answer and reason to be doing this. Me personally, it's like I want that to be a standard. Like do something random and funny, stupid shit. Oh, that's great. You guys laughed. Awesome. My job's done. But, I mean, it's very easy to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Hilarious, or, you know, slapstick comedy in some sense. Funny. Or, just talking with your friends, making other people laugh. And, um, and with that, you can do so much, play with a good friend of yours and you guys make each other laugh. But I just feel it should be a standard thing. My major thing is I just want to make sure that I'm putting something out you guys like. That's what I would say why watch me, because I will do my best to immediately start recording whatever you guys suggest. Mostly like whatever would be considered like a top three things. I'll choose one of those three or whatever's the most popular. So let's say a game I absolutely hate would be, you know, I'm not the biggest Call of Duty fan, but let's say everyone's like, do Call of Duty. And then there's like, Battlefield or Halo or, all these other ones underneath. And it's like, Call of Duty's got the most votes. I don't really want to do that, but if they want me to do it, I'm going to do my best to make those videos enjoyable. That's it. Like, I just want to make sure they get what they want. What kind of gamer am I is another question I wrote down for myself. And the kind of gamer I am is I'm a very, very big gamer. I have played games since I was fucking, I want to say like three. My first personally owned system was the Super Nintendo, but I've played the Atari, I've played the Game Glove, I've played the Virtual Boy, I've played the Jaguar, I've played all kinds of other systems. I'm not the smartest person, so I don't know like frame rate all the time or the mechanics behind it or anything like that, but I've been gaming for most of my life. And I've played everything from platformers, side scrollers, first person shooters, RPGs, massive online games, all these other games. And I love games. The only genre of games that I personally dislike the most is RTS, just because I don't have that patience. I'm not I am a strategist in a sense. There's very few games I have played that are, real-time strategies that are okay and I found comfortable with it, but at the same time it's one of those I can't do those consistently. And that's where I'm just going to leave off on that. That's the kind of gamer I am. Let's see, what's another question I have? This one's a two-parter. I have what kind of game should I record, and then why do I plan on recording said games? what kind of games I plan on doing is, as of right now, at this very moment where I'm at, is gonna be mostly let's plays. You know, I'm gonna play this game and finish the storyline, or I'm gonna play that game, finish the storyline, because that's what I feel comfortable doing. I don't really have to communicate with another person other than talking to the game itself. And that's comfortable for me as of right now. When I start doing the online and figuring a better thing behind that, we'll see what goes on there. And I hope it comes out pretty smoothly, but we'll see. We'll see. And then why do I plan on recording said games? Because it's comfortable for me and because I feel I can be more engaging and zoned out and focus on the game to where I get scared shitless or I laugh hysterically and I just totally forget that I'm recording and being like, oh fuck, well that's going in the video now. That's me personally. Let's see what's another question. What do I want from subs? Well, I meant to put what do I want from my subs? What I want from anybody who ever what I want from anybody who ever decides to subscribe to my channel specifically is for you guys to tell me what do you want, how do you want it, or is there a specific thing that I can do that you guys would want? Like a video like this, or do you want me to have a face cam and do all like gaming that way, or do you want me just to have a camera sitting right here and I just talk to the camera and engage in that? That's what I personally would ask for my subs. That's what I would want to do. That's what I want to know. Why do I ask that? Because I like engaging people. I like knowing people. I like to get to know someone so well to the point where, like, we cannot talk for years, come back, talk like nothing ever changed. That's just me, again, personally. Well, that's another question. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. Okay, and here's another question. What systems do you prefer? And I mean by you, people watching this. What do you prefer me to play? I have a couple systems. I won't name any right now just because I'm not sure if someone wants a specific one that I don't have, and I don't want to be like, well, shit, I already just ruined what I said I wanted to do. So, I just want to know, what would you guys prefer me to play on? I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, I have my 360, a PlayStation 4, and a computer. Those are my main three I will say I have for now. And I just want to know, which ones would you prefer? Why do I ask instead of just doing it? The reason being I'm asking is because I feel if I were to just do it, it would, how do I want to put this? If I were to just do what I wanted, I feel like it can be just complete and utter chaos. It's like, I want to do the Batman Arkham series. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would like that, but at the same time, it's like that's going to be really difficult because I like to go in order. So it'd have to be like Arkham Asylum, then City, then Night, or then Origins, then Night. And it's like when you actually go in order that way, you're consistently going with the time flow, but storyline wise, it's out of order. And I don't like going out of order when I don't have to, you know? But if it's really relevant to the story, then yeah, I will have to do it that way. If it's not, I really don't care. But I just want to make sure, again, it's what you guys want. I mean, there's some games that I plan on doing whether or not you guys want me to or not. Very few of them, but those are some games for me personally that I want to do and show off because those games like hold a special place in my heart. Like BioShock was one of them. That game is so close to my heart. I just love the hell out of that game. And I have a couple more questions, but here's one that always catches my eye. Do you care what's posted? And what I mean by that is like if I were to do what I want, how I wanted, no matter what you guys said, do you care? Do you guys honestly still give a shit, or would you mind clicking on it, or would it be just one of those like, oh, look at the thumbnail, look at the title, look at the game? No, I don't want to fucking watch that. And do you care? Like that's all I can ask is, do you care if I do my own thing? Do you care if I play whatever's the most popular, overplayed, stupid game ever, or do my own thing to where it's like, I'm doing Let's Plays and so on and so forth. And I just want to know, do you care? Yes. Do you care? No. Okay. Straight and simple. Here's another question. Why do I game? Why do I game? Because it's fun. It is absolute and stupid fucking fun. I love games. I love the stories. I love I don't really care about graphics. I That's one I will ask a little bit later, but I play because everything is different. It can be the same genre, one mechanical tweak, and it's the same game kind of thing, or whatever, but that small thing makes a big difference in gameplay. I game because there's so many great ideas out there. There's so many beautiful things in these games that it's so hard to really get through in like a movie. Like movies again are generally an hour and a half long and or longer or shorter, and it doesn't matter. But it's like with games, it can be really quick, short, sweet, and beautiful, or it can be like really long. But the end result, like again, a Skyrim game or the Elder Scrolls in general, the Fallout series, games that are like really huge, a Borderlands game even where it's like really huge, and like the story is amazing or the story is garbage, like Borderlands, for instance, the first one storyline was not that great, but everything you did, you just like, you didn't care about the story. You're just like, there was so much to do. I just got lost in it. I didn't even care that the story sucked. That's why I game. It's because it's always a different experience for everyone. Like, I have yet to play a game that me and one of my friends or someone I know have had the exact same reaction. It's always been like, this part was the hardest for me, while that part was the hardest for you. Or it's like, I thought this, you thought that. And some will always have that same general idea, but the overall big picture of like how you felt in said moment will always be different. And that's what I like about gaming. I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. This is a question that right off the top of my head that I can think of. Let me put that away. Why do people care about graphics? I understand that if it looks beautiful, Last of Us is a prime example. God of War 3, when it first came out, it had used barely any memory, and that game looked beautiful. Why is it that graphics are the main selling point and the storylines and everything else are getting cut? Like, I'm a big storyline driven person. I prefer to I prefer to have a story. I prefer to have a really detailed dialogue, long process, and engaging movie through the game. That's something I would love, and I do love. I love online, don't get me wrong, I love my online, but when it's the sole focus of your game and the story is absolute shit, yeah, it sucks to me, in my opinion. I absolutely hate that. I rather have storyline game and have, just a really good storyline so I can talk about that. Like I go back to it again, but BioShock, like I can talk about that game forever and a day and still not be bored of talking of it. Me and one of my friends years ago, that's all we would do. We saw each other all the time for like 7 months straight and would not shut up about that game. I love it. And that's why I like storyline driven games because it's, again, the Fallout series, the Elder Scrolls, like there's in my opinion that I can say, the Silent Hill series, the Resident Evil series, like those games have so much to offer. There's so many, in those series that, just you can pick a favorite one and just talk about that one forever because there's so much, especially if you grew up with them. It's like you saw how they developed and how they came out. That's why I always say, why does graphics matter? Why do people mostly focus on how beautifully animated or smooth it is? Don't get me wrong, yes, that is a huge plus to the eyes, especially when you're playing and how fluid it moves. But Borderlands doesn't look that great. There's Fallout, it looks smooth and everything like that, but there's still a lot of like frame rate issues. I mean, even in Fallout 3, and that was, I want to say like 8 years ago, that game came out, and that game was, it still looks decent, but I mean, you can still see the flaws, and it didn't really focus on graphics. It's just because there was so much to deal with it. You saw like clumps of, copy pasted rubble on top of each other. I'm not the biggest one on graphics. Like, if the graphics are amazing with the game and it's a great storyline telling game, then awesome. That's a win-win situation. But if it's not, I don't really care. It's all about the fun and enjoyment. I love the Quake series. Like I love that over the top Unreal Tournament, exploding everywhere, fast paced game. I love the Time Splitter series where there's just stupid fun online and you can just have fun doing it. That's what I prefer. And I just don't know why everyone wants to focus on the graphics. That's just me. Anywho, I feel like I've taken enough of your time. Again, if you guys clicked on this and watched this, I thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a great time. And yeah, bye.